Who's making all this noise? Huh? Get back. Who's making all the noise? Hmm? Yeah, just what I thought. Everything's froze. My daddy had this. I don't want to cover up the. That's kind of cockeyed. It's kind of cockeyed. My goodness. All right. You got your greens. You got your greens. Got plenty of food in there. You see the other one. You see the other one in here. All right. This one's not frozen. It had a frozen spot. Can I have this, guys? Let me have that so I can put some more in here. There you go. There you go. Well, we got another soft shell egg, or I should say, it's not completely developed. Let me show you here. It has no shell on the outside, but this is what the inside looks like. This is just the thin lining on the inside of the egg. You can see where the yolk is, but it just doesn't have a shell on it. So this is probably our new layers, the Easter eggers. They're just not developing right now. But as they get bigger and they get older, they'll get it. They'll get it. Let me close the curtain back. Close the curtain back so y'all can keep a little heat in there. How's everybody doing? Hey, Myrtle. Hey, Myrtle. Good morning, folks. Oh, how's everybody doing this morning? It's still another cold day here. You can tell winter is set in. But even though it's wintertime, tomorrow I think it's supposed to start warming back up. We're supposed to have warmer weather than normal. They said that it would be record heat for this time of year. So it's supposed to warm up, I think, starting tomorrow, and then all the way through Christmas, we're supposed to have temperatures that are, uh, I don't know how to say it. It's supposed to be temperatures that are higher than normal. So we'll see what that brings. I don't mind the cold weather as long as it's not like bone chilling. And it it's weird to me how like today it's really cold and there's no snow. You'd think that once it got under the low 30s or in the low 30s or below that it would snow. Like yesterday when it was 16 degrees, you'd think you'd come out here and see a couple feet of snow. That's not how it is. I get so confused because sometimes when it's in the high 30s and even in the 40s, you'll get snow flurries and stuff, and it doesn't even feel real cold outside. And that just blows my mind. I I don't know. I don't know how it does it, but it just blows my mind. Right, Myrtle. Right, Myrtle. It don't have to be cold to snow. No. Here in a few more weeks, Mommy's going to be going to the warmer weather. I'll be headed to Florida. Our daughter's coming up here for Christmas, so she'll be here, I believe, next Monday. And she'll stay with us through Christmas. And then I'm going to ride back with her to Florida um, for the month of January. And then I'll be back toward the end of January. Uh, I'm going to be out for about 3 weeks, and then I'll be back. But these guys will be in good hands. Daddy's going to be here to watch everybody and take care of everybody for me. So, and Daddy's very anal about taking care of them, making sure everything's done. He loves his babies too. He loves these babies too. Yes. Ain't that right? Yeah. I was in there with Pearl this morning, and as soon as I walked in and turned on the light, she looked up at me, and I started doing the uh like that to her, and she started talking back to me. So she was she was saying good morning and talking to me. I gave her a little bit of just a little bit of spinach, not even a full handful, but I gave her a little bit of spinach, and oh, she loved it. And she's still not standing. She's still not standing. She will scoot around a little bit to get to her food and water if she happens to move away from it. But I check on her and make sure it's right in front of her so she doesn't have to get up. Um, People say, well, why don't you put it a little ways from her so she would have to get up to go get it? Well, the reason I don't do that is because I don't want her to not have it. If she's hurt so bad that she can't get up, um, I don't want it to be over here and her to be over here and her not be able to get over there to the food and water. So I keep it right there in front of her so she doesn't have to scoot or try to stand up. But I do go in there and try to do therapy on her. I go in there and I will take her out of the pen. I'll hold her and cuddle her for a little bit, talk to her, and then I stand her up on the floor and I'll stand there and hold her for a few minutes. She's a little wobbly, but as soon as I let go, she'll only stand there for just a little bit and she's down again. So we're just monitoring her. Everything else seems to be good. She's eating and drinking good. When I go in, her crown and her wattles and everything is still bright red. She's very alert. She puts her head up and talks to you and everything. She's very alert, but just don't know why she can't get up. Well, tell me about it, Myrtle. What's the matter with Myrtle this morning? Is it cold? It's cold, ain't it? Yes, it is. You're noisy this morning, girl. But yeah, um, I'm trying to think if we got any eggs yesterday. Because, like I say, in the extreme cold, their bodies have shut down egg production. Um, I don't think it's that cold yet, but it could be getting there. So I'm not looking for too many the next few days. Once it starts warming back up, Myrtle, Myrtle, you want to go up there in the nesting box? Get up there. You can get up there. It's going to be just as cold up there in that metal box. But their water did not freeze completely. Uh, and it's sitting there in the sun. So what little bit of ice is on the inside. I was going to say, I heard somebody singing. There goes Myrtle. She's up in the box. So everybody's having a good breakfast. This morning, the rabbits and of course the chickens get into it too, but they had lettuce, cabbage, carrots, celery, and I threw a little bit of spinach in there this time. So I keep plenty of greens around. But I thank you for joining our channel. It means a lot to us. It really does. It helps us to grow. It helps us to get new things for the homestead here. Like we're gonna have to go get the new heaters for the waterers. Um, we should be doing that in the next couple of days. And yeah, it helps with the feed. It'll help this spring when we try to get some new animals. So your support is very greatly appreciated. And the way you can do that is go to the bottom of your page, hit the thumbs up button, the like button, and also go over to the side and hit your subscribe button. And that will help a lot. That helps us go a long way toward growing the homestead here. We'd love to see some more animals, or I would. I'd love to see baby goats. I love goats. But we'll see what we can do about that in the spring. So y'all have to stay tuned so you can see what we're able to get. I've got two fake, excuse me, I got two fake eggs in there, the ceramic eggs or whatever they're made out of. I got two of the fake eggs in there. That's what I contribute to Red and Pearl starting to lay. Because I was told by others that have raised chickens for quite a while, they said if your chickens aren't laying, also put one or two of the fake eggs in there, the ceramic kind. Put a couple of those in there, and then when the chickens lay in there, they fill those eggs, and it kind of gives them the motive to go ahead, or not motive, I guess. I'm not awake yet, so it gives them the anyway, it makes them want to lay eggs. So, and it'll sometimes get them started. So I've got two of them in here, and we'll see what happens with the new girls. They go in there and they sit on the eggs a lot, but they haven't laid any in there. I think I got one out of the coop, and it was about this little, and it was fully developed. It had the shell on it and everything. It was fully developed. I haven't had a regular egg from them since then. It's always been the soft eggs that don't have the shells on them. But like I say, they'll get there. I know Pearl's, when she first started laying eggs, hers was real little, and then each time they got bigger, and now they're jumbo eggs. Hers and Red both. But Pearl hasn't laid any eggs in about 4 days now, so we'll we'll keep an eye on that. Um, I'm gonna try to bath her here, hopefully within the next couple days. Try to get that done. I've never done it before, but I've read up on it and I see how other people do it. Like when the chicken is egg bound or they have something wrong with their rear end, you just take them and they get a tote, one of those plastic totes, and they cut a hole in the lid of the tote. You put warm water and Epsom salt into the tote, and then you set the chicken down in there, and you put the lid back over it, and their head gets to stick out of the top of it so that they're not, of course, you don't leave the lid off or they'll be flying all over the place and you won't be able to contain them. But with that lid on there, they can sit there and relax and just enjoy the warm water and just soak them for about 15 minutes and get them out, dry them off, and see how they do. But I've checked her vent. Vent is the rear end. In case you didn't know that, I didn't know that in the beginning. So I check her vent. She's not egg bound. Her vent looks very good. So, but from laying down all the time, she does need a bath or a little soaking back there. So we're gonna get that done. And there's a woodpecker. There's a cardinal over there and a woodpecker. Looks like the birds are starting to come back. Yeah, we had a bird cam going and everybody went and migrated. So now they're starting to come back and those woodpeckers and cardinals are beautiful. So we may have to start up our bird cam again once we start getting more birds. We'll share them with you. That way you can see what kind of birds they have up here in Tennessee. Who's back there? Is it Jethro? Am I on your way? I didn't think so. But for right now, I got to go let little Annie out. And she should have plenty of food. And I got to make sure her water's not frozen. But I know she's got plenty of food because she's just a little bitty thing. And I gave her a half a container of food yesterday. Her feeder's got it's half full, and I know she ain't ate all that overnight. So I just got to go let her out and check her water. But I hope you folks enjoy the chickens and the bunnies today. And I'll be back. Oh, this cold weather doesn't help on the joints either. The knees are bad enough trying to get up and down, but this cold weather just adds to it. All right, Mommy, I'll be back to check on y'all later, okay? Y'all be good. I'll be watching you through the monitor. Annie, Mama's coming.